Why did I serve my family microwave dinners during Thanksgiving? I've spent the last 15 years as my family's unpaid personal chef. Every Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, I'm in the kitchen at 5 a.m. while everyone else sleeps. And by the time they waddle to the table, I've been on my feet for 12 hours. Not once has anyone helped. Not once has anyone said thank you. What do they say? Turkey's dry. Stuffing needs more sage. Gravy's too thick. My mother has never touched sage in her life. Last year, my uncle told me, while reaching for his third plate, that maybe I should watch a YouTube tutorial on cooking or something. But the moment that finally broke me happened 3 weeks ago. My aunt called to announce she's bringing her new boyfriend to Thanksgiving dinner, but apparently he has 12 deadly food allergies. Gluten, dairy, soy, nuts, the works. You'll figure it out, my aunt said. You always do. I hung up and started crying over a grocery list. That's when my husband walked in. What if you just didn't cook? I laughed, then I stopped laughing. At last year's Christmas, my husband and I had stepped outside for what everyone assumed was another fight. My aunt watched through the window, shaking her head. What she didn't hear was my husband saying, I can't do another holiday with these people. Our therapist had been telling us for months that sometimes people need to experience the absence of what they take for granted. So I made a decision. I wasn't going to cook this year. I didn't tell anyone. A week before Thanksgiving, my mother called asking what time she should arrive. Same as always, I said, keeping my voice steady. She paused. You sound different. Is everything okay between you and your husband? There it was again. The assumption my marriage was falling apart. We're fine, Mom. That night I almost backed out. I stood in my kitchen staring at my grandmother's roasting pan, thinking about 15 years of tradition. My daughter found me frozen there. You okay, Mom? I nearly broke, nearly grabbed my keys and drove to the grocery store for a real turkey. But then I remembered my uncle's YouTube comment. I remembered my aunt's, you'll figure it out. So instead, I stood in front of my bathroom mirror practicing. This is dinner. I said it 15 times until it sounded casual. My husband watched from the doorway. You ready for this? I wanted to bash my head through the mirror. No, but I'm doing it anyway. Thanksgiving morning, I drove to Costco at 7 a.m. I stood in the frozen aisle for 10 minutes, hand hovering over a real turkey breast. Then my husband texted, you can still back out. I'll support whatever you decide. I grabbed 12 Hungry Man frozen dinners instead, drove home, and started setting the table. My hands were shaking. The doorbell rang. They were there an hour early. I froze with a plastic tray in each hand. My mother's